All right, so I'll continue. Yeah. So the thing is that growing up in that setting, the positive was my opposite. You know what I mean? Since I started school, it was wrong that so many girls would like him. You know, I start preschool, I do kindergarten in Houston, Texas, and it's like all the, you know, it was like you can't have all the girls, and I was like, but I'm not doing it. They want to be with me. And that's no, you can't do that. But they want to be okay, I'll leave it alone. I'll go play by myself, and I'm playing by myself the next day. Girls, teachers like, why are you by yourself? Some girls come and sit with me, right? And the funny thing is, I don't know what happened, but it was almost like a lost memory of it. And then I came to Canada, and it was a totally opposite thing. I'll tell you right now, I had a lot. I not a lot. I didn't have that many friends growing up, but all the friends that I had, I found out they were gay when I got older, and they weren't openly gay. They were just secretly gay. You know what I mean? Everybody thought they were straight. Everybody thought they would be picking up girls all the time, that they were ladies' men, that they were attractive, that they were like real men and everything, and they were gay. Like really, really gay. You know what I mean? And I think back to it, and I didn't pick up on the cues. I didn't understand what they were saying, but they would say gay stuff to kind of like as an innuendo, and I didn't even pick it up. You know what I mean? And so they thought I was just like brain dead or something. Like I just didn't understand anything, which I didn't for a long time. I mean, I was in my 20s, and I'd be like, someone would tell me like, what? And they'd repeat it like 5 times, like, I just don't understand what you're saying, man. I don't know what you're saying. So, anyways, yeah, the kind of environment that I grew up in, like, that's why at 12 years old, I was seeking cadets. I was seeking cadets because I wanted to be strong, but I wanted to be strong in a way that made me acceptable in the community. That people in society would think of me as a role model, that I would get a lot of praise. Openly, you know, grandmothers and old people, they would talk about how honorable I was. That is why I wanted to join the military. Now, I wanted to do the military as an actual career. Okay. I was a big history buff, a war history buff, and I had no other thought in my head. I wanted to join the military, and that's it. I wanted to join cadets at 12 years old, and then I wanted to stay in there, and then after high school, go into the military, go on tour or something like that at some point. That's what I was seeking. That really, you know, that really is what I was seeking that world, you know. Then as I got older, I was like, dude, the military thing is not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. So what else can I do? So I had this idea. I wanted to become a kickboxer, or an MMA fighter, right? Because you know, if I couldn't make it to the military and become a general one day, or something like that, or have like 100 medals on my suit, on my military suit, I was like, why not become a prize fighter? And I'll tell you who my inspiration was: George St. Pierre. At that time, I think I was 17, and George St. Pierre was I think he had just become champion, UFC welterweight champion. He was from Montreal, so he was Canadian also. So I thought like I want to, and I really, I actually drew I never showed anybody, but I actually drew pictures of myself in the future because I was trying to visualize it. So I would draw myself with an MMA belt, right? And I would think that one day I want to be like George St. Pierre. Why? I'll tell you another reason. Well, I don't know if this is true. George St. Pierre claims that he has a degree in business from Montreal University, or some university in Montreal, or in Quebec. He has a business degree, a bachelor's. In case the MMA didn't work out, or in case he got injured, he'd have a backup and he could work in business or always have a job. So I wanted to do everything like him. I wanted to get the business degree. I wanted to get into MMA. I wanted to become an MMA champion, just like him, right? And that was a drop down from the whole military thing. Now I get older and I'm like, dude, I'm not, like, I had no backing. Nobody thought that I was any material to be any kind of fighter. Nobody thought everybody, like, I was the soft, okay? I was the role model of the soft. You know what I mean? Like everybody liked me. Now everybody liked me, but nobody really respected me. You know what I mean? Or maybe they did, but almost like to next to nothing. You know what I mean? Everybody liked me. I literally, and nobody would say it. Nobody would say, oh, everyone like, no one would pay attention. But I'll be honest, in the morning, if I came into school through one door and I had to make it to the other door at the other end, and I'm not joking, every single person was saying hi to me. And if they didn't know me, they were trying to know me so they could say hi to me, right? I was the epitome of soft. I was the epitome of friendly. I was the epitome of funny, right? So why not? Everybody, but nobody gave me a chance in life. Everybody thought that I should have become a top level accountant. I should become a lawyer. I should become a businessman. People thought I had a lot of potential to do some kind of business. People genuinely thought that I would be successful, right? I'd be in business. People knew I had a personality. I could talk to people from different races. I know there are people who just stick in the same race. I was able to talk to people of all different races, and that is a big thing because your race shell exists. A lot of people are stuck in this race shell and they only screw with people who are in their race or their specific country or even their specific city, right? To the point that they're down to just their family and family friends. You know what I mean? But I had that. So I was the epitome of soft. And I'll admit, people loved me. The teachers loved me. Everybody loved me. And all that. Now, I did not finish high school. What I did is I went to a school in downtown Toronto, and it was some special kind of school for adults. So I went to an adult school because I was technically 18, right? So because I was technically 18, I went to an adult school. I did my last 3 or 4 credits there, and I got my diploma. I got a job. Now I was trying to get a job at front desk, but I got a job at the hotel. But I got a job as a dishwasher, right? They called it stewarding. I got a job as a dishwasher. Did it for 4 years, right? At that point, that's when everybody started saying that this guy was so smart, or used to be so smart, and he went and he's just down to nothing. He's pretty much like a homeless guy or something like that. You know what I mean? And it did get to that point because I just had the inability to rip off that little thread. That thread was always on there, and I couldn't rip off of it. So I'm stuck on that thread, right? I'm on a treadmill, just trying to maintain. I would say, and I'll be honest, I would say that one of the worst points in my life was post bank robbery, okay, and especially coming into a facility. It was like, dude, I'm not used to living in a facility. I'm used to living in a house. You know what I mean? Or I had my own apartment also. And I was like, man, I'm used to living in my own apartment, my own bathroom and stuff. Like, what the hell is going on in this place? You know what I mean? I'll tell you, my living in facility is absolutely terrible. But that was my worst time. But somehow, like, just like they say, you can make like a diamond is like coal that's hardened or whatever and burnt and hardened, and that there are diamonds in the dirt and things like that, and that's the truth. I mean, I became a diamond in the dirt, man. I was supposed to become a piece of shit, destroyed and everything, but I kept hope and I always kept on to something. At the time I was, and I'll be honest, I was thinking of seriously getting married or something. And I was trying to tell these guys, can you release me or put me on a conditional release where I can go to college because I want to get my diploma in order to marry this girl. And I had no idea of my potential. I didn't even know the potential of some of these girls. Like some of the girls, like you know what I mean? I didn't know my potential. I had no idea. And after like a year and a half, things were really bad. But somehow through the detriment, there was something growing out of the ground. You know what I mean? And then I realized, I'm like, dude, I could easily make money on. I don't even need to have a diploma or degree. I can make my own money. Dude, I have the potential to do a whole lot. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't need to. Like, I don't need that stuff. And also, things not working out, and as a repeated motion. I mean, I had met girls who we had relations. We had relations, and then they went their own way right away. And I thought that they had my child, thinking that that we had sexual relations, and then I heard that they were pregnant. It was 2 different girls, and later on I find out the kids were not mine; that they were actually surrogate. What a surprise, eh? They had surrogate babies. The kids weren't mine. 2 kids, and I was thinking that I was a father. I was not a father. Neither of the kids was mine. One was a boy, one was a girl, right? Neither of the kids were mine. Okay. Upon finding out that neither of the kids were mine, and I found that out here. Not only did I find out that out here, but I found out girls that I was very much interested in didn't were not only didn't like they were just trying to lure me in to use me and then dump me and just get rid of me. You know what I mean? And when I found out what their stuff was, I was like, holy shit, man. And it just kept going on and on. You know what I mean? I just had this terrible luck with women until I realized I was like, dude, let's be realistic, okay? Let's be real. First of all, I gotta know who I am. I robbed the bank, man. I gotta understand who I am, number one, all right? Number two, I am never gonna have a long-term relationship with any girl in this whole world, okay? There's gonna be no such thing as a long-term relationship. It will not exist for me. And you know what? I couldn't see things. I realized that girls look at me and they know the same thing. They know that I can never have a relationship with a girl. They know that other girls will always be coming in, trying to come in. And it's like just crazy. Like they just, you know, it's not something a girl can handle. You know what I mean? Especially the way I am, everything. Like it just, they can't handle it. And they cannot make something into reality, which cannot be made into reality. You know what I mean? I can't make metal bullets out of roses. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work like that. Now, upon clarity, upon learning who I am, upon learning that I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody to kind of to carry me. You know what I mean? I'm strong enough and I'm hard enough to do everything on my own. And I can make my own and I can do everything on my own. So why do I mean, there's no turning back. Now, instead of being hanging on by a thread, right? Instead of being hanging on a thread, I am on top of the bar. I am on top of the bar. Instead of hanging on by a thread, I am on top of the bar. At this point, so I couldn't be happier. You know what I mean? You know, I want to give one last message. If you feel, now listen to me carefully, okay? If you feel like I may have a connection with somebody like you or your type of person somewhere, there could be truth to that. Okay, I want you to understand there could be truth to that. I have purposely not researched this I wouldn't say at all, but I haven't really researched this in detail, except for like little spots. I haven't researched this in detail. I do know that I set out to make some connections and that I quite successfully did. Now, if you feel like there may be some kind of connection, maybe I would not suggest coming out with it. Maybe a few people here there might actually come out with it. I would not suggest coming out with it right away. But to understand that maybe your type of person and my type of person, or me directly, there's some kind of loose connection there, all right? And the connection was initiated by me. If you're wondering, like, man, I feel like there's some connection in here with me or my type of person, but how would this happen? No, I initiated that. I initiated that with many different type of people from many different walks of life, government or whatnot. I have initiated that myself. I have initiated that myself. I'm not researching it on purpose because that would be stupid. I'm not trying to give anything away or anything. And I'm just putting it out there so that, you know, if you wonder, hey, what's going on? And okay, I just want you to know officially that there's something going on. As per future, I think it'll be months and months before I start actually like, you know, okay, I'm fucking with this person. Well, there are a few people. There are more than a few people that I'm fucking with, but you know, I'm talking. There's well over 100. Like 100 is a number too small. There's well over 100, and it's not like each connection is unique and strong. And I was seeking that connection. You know, I went seeking that connection, and that connection is strong. And that connection is very strong, basically. And that connection, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of these, right? So don't be surprised if there is some kind of loose connection. At the same time, don't try to make shit up, all right? People know what's genuine and what's not in cases like these. Anyways, I'm gonna post it up. I'm at 14 minutes. YouTube has some issue with posting about 15 minutes. I don't know what it is. I tried doing it once. I didn't even pay attention. I was like, dude, I just keep it under 15 minutes. Okay, I'm done.